Well, welcome to what is going to be a little different of an episode for us. With me, as always, is Luke.
Hello, everyone.
So, for us, I'm going to tell you right now, life has been happening kind of crazily, and as a result, we have failed to properly prepare for the
Yeah,
movie that we thought we were going to talk about tonight.
it's mainly my fault because I haven't seen it, but it's been a bit of a whirlwind month, and yeah, we're
Uh,
rolling.
yeah, we're just going to roll with the punches, and we're just going to talk about some upcoming stuff, what we're excited about movie wise that we've seen so far this year.
Yeah,
So now I know I personally got very excited when I saw some first onset pictures of the upcoming Indiana Jones 5.
yes. So recently, and this has just happened last few days, more stuff has come out because of Empire magazine, and they have confirmed that we're going to see a de-aged Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones fighting Nazis. It sounds like at some point in this.
Okay,
Um,
you're one up on me on this one because I have
so
not.
Yeah, this is like brand new stuff. This just came out, I think, today. That
Okay.
they're gonna de. I'm hoping that they do a better de-aging than they did with Mark Hamill the first time they tried to do it. Um, I mean, it was okay. The second time in Mandalorian, it was really good. Or actually, I guess that was Boba Fett episode. But anyways, it was much better. So, and the stuff they did in Marvel was good too, I thought.
Oh, you,
So I'm
you must be
hoping
talking about Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, absolutely, Ant-Man and stuff. Yeah. So I'm hoping that we get that kind of. I just hope it's not so noticeable that you're like, what? I mean, definitely they'll throw you off because anytime you see an actor look younger, it's like I don't know, we're really good at picking out the facial features and stuff. Our minds are just perfect at that. So, but that's exciting. Otherwise, they did say it's going to be set in the '60s too.
Yes, we're going to see it in
Yeah.
1960s New York.
Yeah. What
That's
I
as
think
far as I've really gotten into
a lot
spoilers.
of people were concerned that this was going to be some kind of time travel
Oh,
uh thing or something like that. But I think what it's going to be, what it's really going to be, is they're going to have flashbacks, like, you know, looking back at something that happened in the past. That's why they're going to use this de-aged Harrison Ford. Anyways, either way, I'm excited about it. I love Indy. Excited for more Indy. This is going to be the last one. Other than there all of a sudden has been rumors about some kind of Disney Plus Indy show. Don't know how they do that. If it's like a short round spin-off or who the heck knows, but there's been some rumors about that floating around too. But who knows? Because sometimes Disney Plus, they say stuff's going to happen and it doesn't happen. So
yeah. And if you need any proof of that, go back and watch our Star Wars special from last year,
yeah,
where they announced a ton of stuff coming out and only a third of it's come out.
yeah. Well, you've got like you said, a third of it, and then some other like they didn't even say anything about the Tales of the Jedi, and that came out. So it's you just they can pivot and flip flop as fast as they want. So
Well, another one I'm excited for because it's been a long time in the works is this new Avatar Way of the Water.
sorry, I'm laughing. I am not an Avatar fan.
No, okay.
Like the first one, everybody was so pumped about it. I've seen it one time, and I was like, well, that was all right, and I moved on. Like, and there's people I know that just love it for some reason, man. I mean, I love sci-fi. It was just like it was okay. I think maybe because by the time I saw it, everybody built it up so much that I just was like, huh,
Well,
that was it.
well, I could see that. And I'm one of those who really enjoyed it. I got the three versions of it on Blu-ray. So I have the theatrical,
Mhm.
the extended edition that they did in theaters, and then the extended edition.
Oh wow. So
So
tell me, is the All I've seen is the theater version. Is the extended? Like, does it is it that much better, or is it just more blue people stuff?
A little better of that opening background.
Mm-hmm.
You felt more for Jake,
Okay,
and some scenes were extended.
sure,
So,
sure.
but
I mean, now all that stuff being said, for me, the trailers I've seen and stuff, it looks like it's going to be really, really freaking good. Um, I
what
mean,
I'm trying to figure out is how are they bringing Stephen Lang back?
yeah, I don't know. That's the thing I don't understand is the story. I'm like, the visuals look awesome, not understanding how they're going to roll all this stuff in. So,
Yeah, because I haven't been. I've seen maybe 15 seconds worth of the trailer. I'm like, I don't want to know right now. And then
sure.
just the other day, I think I was on YouTube, and it was just an Avatar commercial. I had it on mute, so I had no idea what they were saying, but you saw Stephen Lang talking about something, and then
Yeah.
you got Sam back and Zoe. So I was like, you know what? That surprised me seeing Stephen Lang back because you basically are. I thought he was dead by the end of the film,
That's what I thought.
but hey, it's Pandora.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, who knows? It's easy
So
for a storyteller to bring somebody back if they need to. I mean,
yeah, it could be a
you can always
case.
find a way.
Life finds a way.
Well, so that's where I was kind of thinking about. Like, I remember people built up Jurassic Park. I saw that and was blown away. But that was, I mean, for me, that was game changing back then. I was like, holy cow, how did they do this?
Well,
And so, like, I was expecting that at Avatar, and it just didn't hit for me when I first saw it. I was like, you know,
well,
I was, we were older then too. I wasn't like a younger kid that was still, I don't know,
well, the
different time in my
first
life, I
Jurassic
guess.
Park came out when we were what, 12,
Yeah,
13?
yeah.
So yeah. Did you watch the most recent Jurassic Park or Jurassic World?
No, I have not seen the newest one, the one that has the original cast in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is showing you like busyness. I have not had time to watch that one on one I watched, but I haven't. Have you seen it?
I have not. I actually just purchased it 3 days ago.
Yeah.
In fact, because the timing of this, right now Walmart has their Black Friday movies out already.
Oh, sure.
So Blu-ray with the extended edition and the digital codes like
Oh,
$9.96.
wow. Jeez, that's cheap.
And on Vudu right now it's still $20. So I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I've been waiting to see it on Vudu drop down to that $10
Right.
one-time special whatever pricing. Finding it there, I was like, you know what? I'm here. Let me just grab it. And who knows, my local library or the library back at the old home may be receiving a Blu-ray copy because I just do everything digitally.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Everything's changing to digital for me now. I'm getting rid of all my hard copies.
Although I will admit, if it wasn't for the price point,
Yeah.
there is a special limited collector's edition of Top Gun
Oh,
with Top Gun Maverick box set. Thing looks amazing. It has some
oh yeah.
patches in it,
That's
uh,
cool. Things
pins.
like that are hard to pass up. But Top Gun means a lot to you too. So,
Yeah, but not $200 worth.
oh, I didn't realize it was that high. My goodness.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I may be a fan, but
Yeah. But you're not gonna do that. It's
no.
yeah.
So, but you got to admit, Top Gun Maverick, what a performance for
Okay.
2022.
So I'm gonna jump the page here a little bit on you. Top Gun Maverick was awesome, right? I keep seeing previews for this other movie. With
Oh,
like,
the one with Glenn in it.
yeah, he's in it. The guy, he was in Top Gun, right? The
Yeah.
same. Yeah. Okay. I
In
thought I
fact,
was.
you and I had a conversation about the
Okay.
first time we saw that trailer.
Yeah,
a couple months ago.
yeah. So I've been seeing it a bunch lately, and I was like, hey, that's him. That movie looks good. It looks really good. I've kind of been going, I should probably go see this. Just because I love fighter pilots, and it's that, was it World War II? Is that what this is?
Korea,
Korea of all things.
I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah.
Okay. It looks, that is one I'm excited for. I'd like to see it.
See, for me, and I recall telling you this when I first saw that trailer. I immediately thought of you,
Yeah.
and I was thinking Men of Honor, and I was
Yep.
thinking,
Pearl Harbor.
yeah, a little bit, but more of
Just
Men of
because
Honor.
yeah.
Yeah, it was more Men of Honor is the one I was really thinking about with
Yeah.
Cuba, because that was based on a true story. And as far as I can tell, this is kind of based
That's
on
what
a
it
true story, I
feels
think.
it feels like to me too. So maybe this is a February movie that we could do.
I believe we kind of hinted that when we
Yeah, I
talked
think
about it the first
last
time.
time.
So I'm
So
definitely
I guess I'm more excited about it now that it keeps popping up as a trailer. I'm like, man, it's definitely caught my interest. So
right. I'm actually going to try to pull it up right now.
sure. I just when I see the dogfight scenes and stuff just in the trailer, it reminds me a lot of the same technology they were using in Top Gun is what it looks like to me. Um, it looks very realistic, I think, just from the snippets I saw and stuff. And I mean, that's what a trailer's supposed to do, is get you excited. And it's getting me excited to want to go see it.
Okay. Inspired by a true story, Devotion is what the movie is.
Right.
Um, and I don't want to read too much into this because I want
No,
to.
I want to, yeah, same here. I want to be, the trailer's done enough to get me excited. Um, yeah, I'm glad that was one thing I was questioning though. Is it based on a true story? It is. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely. It's intrigued me, and it falls
Yeah.
right in that based on true story stuff that you and I have
Yeah.
always seemed to agree
Yeah.
that we love
We have
watching.
an affinity for that stuff based on a true story. And it's I like seeing the adaptation from, the film to how, like when we did the Men of Honor thing, that's been one of our top viewing shows and stuff, but seeing how much different that was than the real thing and us discussing it. And, I mean, there was a lot of stuff I learned from you that time when we did that, um, about how much was different than it actually was, but then at the same time, how much was real too. So
Right. Speaking of, just because it's been a while since I looked,
I haven't looked in a while either.
we
I
have
think,
officially broken 10K views.
yeah, I was like, I think we're over 10,000. So if anybody that's watching this would ever like to comment on why they like that one so much or anything, we'd love to hear.
We absolutely would.
We're not sure.
If
Why
we
that
can
much?
recapture lightning in a bottle, we will,
Yeah.
but that is by far our best video.
Yeah.
Rocky versus Drago is number 2. And I'm happy to say Dances with Wolves, another based on historical events.
Historical events sort of thing. Yeah.
It has now broken triple digits.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So,
Because
and
we have a few out there that are in the single digits.
yes,
And I know at least one of those views is always me. So, and probably my daughter can check it out too. So,
well, our very first episode is just shy of 70 now.
well, that's good. I mean, that one always, it's to me is special because it's from about our hometown, and was the first one too. So,
Yep, I agree. We love talking about movies. So, we're doing this for ourselves, but
yeah.
we want feedback. So if you guys like something that we dig into, by all means, leave a comment. Tell us what you like.
I
If
mean,
there's something you don't like, we're
I would
not.
love to see a comment that someone's like, "Hey, do this movie too," and we would. I mean, even if it's something we haven't seen, I'd love to just go, "Oh, okay," or something we have seen and talk about it. Because
Not always. You
what?
didn't want to do Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band.
Yeah, okay. So for most part, I mean, if we had someone that asked, I suppose I would be like, "All right, I'll watch it."
Just
I'm
for that,
thinking,
I should send the trailer of that movie to your daughter
oh
and
gosh,
just see if she wants
see,
to see
see if
it.
wants to.
Uh,
But we've had a few other ones that you've liked and you've had me watch, and I really liked and stuff too. So
oh yeah.
like
Like
my
Action
boy,
Jackson was a great one for you.
yeah, I liked Action Jackson. My boy Bruce Leroy, I liked that too. That's good stuff. So
Yeah. No, I'm not too proud to say that we've had some that are definitely failure episodes.
it happens.
Like we thought it was really cool. Let's do a 4-part Star
Star
Wars thing,
Wars.
and
No one's watched it.
Star Wars 3, where we're actually talking about the new movies. Luke, you are the only one who's watched it.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
So,
uh,
um, oh, okay. That's why nobody's seen that one. I kept my original version of the first cut of The Last Starfighter.
yeah.
I just didn't take it down. That's why it has a 0.
Oh,
But I'm just kind of curious where that is now.
you know, there's a movie I watched not long ago that I hadn't seen in years, and I'm sure you've seen it. And I surprisingly still enjoyed it pretty much. Was Short Circuit. It was on it, and I was like, I haven't seen this in a long time. I'll watch. I was just like looking for something to watch. It just started. I watched the whole thing, and my wife, she was like, "What's this?" I'm like, Short Circuit, huh? And then my daughter came in, and we all watched Short Circuit.
See, I have the original Short Circuit on DVD.
Yeah.
Now the question is, did you ever watch Short Circuit 2?
Oh, I like Short Circuit too.
Do
Watch
you?
that one too. They didn't watch that one with me. I like it because he's like, Los Locos kick your face. Los Locos kick you. And I won't go into the whole thing, but kick your balls into outer space. I mean, I rewatched the second one. As a kid, I liked it. Oh Lord, it's pretty bad. It's like, oh. And then there were some jokes that I didn't get as a kid that I got now too. So
See, that's fun when we go back to something that we haven't seen in a while, and then all of a sudden
yeah,
you get a new joke that
yeah,
you've heard it 1,000 times, but now you're hearing it again, and you get it.
yeah. You get it now. Yeah.
Like,
Um,
uh, obviously, there's a ton of them out there where there's a lot of adult jokes thrown
yeah.
into stuff like Who Framed Roger Rabbit that I totally missed as a kid.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
And I'm
even now,
just
some of the Disney movies and some of these cartoons we're watching, and I'm laughing, and my daughter's like, "What?" I'm like, "Nothing," because they threw a joke. It's like just trying to keep the parent because they know a parent's gonna be watching it too, keep you
right.
entertained. But there's two other movies that I've been thinking about rewatching that I haven't seen, and one is Flight of the Navigator. I liked that when I was a kid,
Oh,
and
I
then the other
actually
one
did
is
sit down and watch
Explorers.
that. See, oh,
You remember Explorers?
oh yeah, I remember Explorers.
Yeah. I loved as a
Um,
kid both of those. I remember really liking those movies, especially Explorers because they took the tilt-a-whirl car and made it into a spaceship and stuff. And I thought, man, how cool would it be to do that?
yeah, if I recall correctly, Ethan, um,
Hawk.
Hawk, yeah,
Yeah,
and Phoenix, wasn't it? Or not
yeah,
Phoenix,
it
River.
was, yeah, and then the other kid wasn't. I can't remember the other kid, but yeah, there was three of them. Those are two. So
Well, they're the only two that actually continued having a career afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. But
Um, no, here's why Flight of the Navigator kind of jumps out at me right now,
sure.
and Explorers. Uh, you know, something you and I talked about is there was a documentary that was uh on one of those pay sites or Kickstarters is what
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking. And I really thought about uh, doing it, but it was right at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
I got furloughed, so I couldn't do it, but I was really happy that it got made. And I actually bought the Blu-ray finally. So it's all about the sci-fi from
Oh, right.
basically the late 70s through the early 90s. And I couldn't believe it. That kid from
Flight
Flight
of
of the
Nav.
Navigator, that's the same kid who's in um, Runaways.
Really?
Yeah,
I
with
I
Tom
had
Selleck and Gene
yeah,
Simmons.
I had no idea.
I didn't either.
Huh. So I
So,
like documentary things like that. You find out sometimes a lot of stuff that you're like, I had no idea about that, you know.
oh yeah, and for the most part, I would say out of the, going to easily say they talk about over 100 movies in five
Oh,
hours. Uh, they basically just pick top five-ish
uh-huh.
from each year,
Oh, sure.
because Star Wars really flipped the script for
Yeah,
sci-fi
it did.
in
It's
theaters.
it said it was okay to have big blockbuster sci-fi
Yeah,
and not just like earthquake and stuff like that. These, you know,
Airport.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
disaster flicks of the
The disaster.
70s.
Yep, yep, yeah.
Although we did have a couple of good disaster flicks, 80s, 90s.
Oh, yeah. I'm still a huge fan of Twister. Guilty pleasure right here.
Twister is a favorite. Dante's Peak.
Yep. Especially because it was filmed up by Kellogg. I always thought that was cool.
Well, yeah,
So
Wallace,
yeah,
Idaho.
yeah,
So that's only a 2-hour drive from our hometown.
yeah, yeah.
In fact, I remember going out there shortly after the movie had been out, and they actually had cutouts of Pierce Brosnan and
Yeah.
Linda Hamilton
They,
at the park so you could get your photo with them.
they had that big billboard forever on I-90 there, you know.
Yeah. So I love that one. Volcano was a surprising
I
one I
I en-
liked.
I enjoyed it too with Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, that was I thought that because that and Dante's came out right about the same time.
Well,
And
in the 90s, we kind of had that. Okay, Studio A is doing this type of movie. So we're going to do the same kind
yeah,
of thing.
kind of yeah.
Volcano, Dante's Peak, Armageddon,
Yeah,
Deep Impact.
yeah.
Now, personally, I liked Armageddon a lot better than Deep Impact,
Me too. Me too.
but
I liked all the characters in Armageddon a lot more. Yeah.
I think the actual characters are better in Deep Impact and has resonated longer, but Armageddon's more of a fun popcorn film.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the characters were funny and I didn't have to, yeah. But
You didn't have to think too hard.
I remember going to the Village 6 and they had a
Oh,
big back in the old, they had big like cardboard cutouts and stuff. And they had a countdown to Armageddon or something on there. And I thought that was cool. So
so we may have to actually do an Armageddon soon.
I'd be okay with
Or,
that. Yeah.
uh, I remember talking to another friend about it that Jerry Bruckheimer has this knack of finding a band that's kind of fading, and all of a sudden he has a big blockbuster and he gets them to do a song, and all of a sudden they're back.
Aerosmith's back, baby.
Um, yeah, it's been years since I had this conversation, but that yeah, Aerosmith was kind of on the
Yeah.
downhill, and then all of a sudden that came out, and then Pink, and
Yeah. Well, shoot, just like lately, Stranger Things and Metallica, you got all these kids that are Metallica fans now, and it's like,
yeah,
yeah.
it's fun. Well, the last of the most upcoming stuff, because
Mhm.
I'm not counting uh Wakanda Forever as a upcoming since it's already out. I
Sure.
haven't seen it yet, but
No,
I definitely want to see it. But with most Marvel films, honestly, at this point, I don't want to go to the theater for it. I'm okay with the home experience and
yeah.
having it a
And
little more intimate.
they drop so quick on Disney Plus anymore too. It seems like I just wait and they'll be out soon. So
Exactly. So,
yeah.
that might be New Year's Day
Yeah.
at this point. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, and again, I got to go back to Top Gun. The fact that Tom was one of the big driving forces about keeping it in theaters
Yeah.
and
Well,
not immediately putting it on streaming.
that movie warranted it. I mean, I told everybody after I saw it, you got to see that in the theater. This is one that you need to see in the theater. So,
I'm glad I immediately bought it on digital so I could actually enjoy it for 2 extra months before everybody else who waited for the hard copies come out at the beginning of
I,
this month.
I bought it digital too. That's how I got it. So,
So, of course, if I would have waited 2 days, I could have actually got the bundle for a little less. But oh well, I already had the 4K on Top Gun, and then I'm not going to cry that I spent 12.99 or whatever I did on Maverick.
yeah.
But the upcoming one that I'm kind of excited for is the new John Wick 4.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen the third one yet.
Oh,
I love the first two. I need to see the third one because I saw that and was like, oh boy, I got to get the third one out of the way because the first
oh,
one was so good.
yeah. The fact that it's a arc of a story.
Mhm.
It's not like the Fast and the Furious where, oh yeah, here's an adventure, here's an adventure.
Yeah.
It's a true chapter one, chapter two,
Yeah.
full on story. It has been such a unique story within a story, if you will,
Yeah.
that I'm definitely excited to see that. Hopefully in theaters. I don't know.
I haven't seen one in theaters though. The first when John Wick came out, the first one, it looked cool and stuff. I never went to the theater and I hadn't seen it. And it was one of my wife's friends that was obsessed with Keanu Reeves that was like, why haven't you seen this? I was like, all right, I'll watch it. Watched it and was like, oh my God, I was missing out. This is amazing. Loved it. Then
I
made my
think
wife watch it and I watched it again. I was like, I love this.
for me, I think two had just hit theaters, and I heard and saw clips here and there, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you know what? This looks really good. I'm just going to finally sit down and watch it because I know my wife won't watch
Right.
John Wick with me. And I was right. There was no way my wife, that is not her cup of tea.
Right. I get it. I get it.
Um, she prefers more of the Hallmark murder mysteries.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I love me some John Wick and Baba Yaga. It's good stuff.
so is there any other upcoming movies that you're aware of that you're looking forward to? Like I said, I haven't pulled up anything. This is
Yeah,
just
I
what I've seen lately that I excited for.
yeah, the same here. It's just kind of like I mean, I'm a big Jones fan, so obviously that one, and then like I said, that new I already forgot the name of it again, but that fighter pilot
Devotion.
devotion, that one looked really good. Um, yeah, otherwise I haven't heard of a lot. I just saw one about like Santa Claus, like Die Hard Santa Claus or something, where he's just beating the hell out of people. I was like, huh,
Okay, yeah.
I might watch that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
with the guy from Stranger Things.
yeah, it's like he's like Chris Kringle, and he's just Home Alone, Die Hard, and something else. And I was like, I might check that one out. just for
Yeah, that's
not
definitely
on
not a I'm
not in
going
the
to the
theater.
theater.
I mean, like it shows up on digital, and I'm not nothing to do one night. I'll watch that.
Well, I got to throw out one more.
Okay.
And it's kind of you know, totally off script, but it's the new Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline movie. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't.
I have no idea here.
Uh,
Is it like some romantic comedy thing or something? Or?
yeah. And this will actually be, well, for sure, the second time that Sigourney and Kevin have worked together. Do you know the other movie?
No.
It came out in 1993.
I'm blanking. One of the Alien movies? Was he in that?
Oh
One of them?
God, no.
It's like I don't think he was, but yeah, I am Thelma and Louise. No, she wasn't in that. Yeah, I don't know.
Dave
Oh, Dave. I haven't seen that.
in years.
Gosh, dang, yeah. In a long time. Probably since the 90s.
When it came out, and you saw
Yeah.
it as a kid, the
Yeah.
one time, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
I think in total I've seen it maybe twice.
Yeah.
You know, it was a fun comedy rom-com kind of thing.
So what is the new one that they're coming out with?
So it's called The Good House.
Huh.
And it was made last year. It was supposed oh, it's actually out on Blu-ray and stuff now, it looks like.
Huh.
And you know what? Let's see if we can't no. Look up The Good House. It's another
Okay.
rom-com.
I'll check it out.
It's a little surprising. It just fits that sometimes you need something a little softer.
Sure.
So it looks promising.
Oh, that's good.
So
I'll take promising. Oh, hey, one I forgot about. Wolverine.
oh, Deadpool 3.
Yeah, that one. I'm excited for that one. Don't know when it comes out. When I heard the announcement, I was pumped for that. So that's another one I'm excited about.
Okay, that one, yes, I fully admit that one I will go see it in theaters just because this is the makeup for that flop of was it the no, it wasn't the Wolverine. It was X-Men's Origins
Origins,
Wolverine.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be good.
If you've seen the end of Deadpool 2, it pretty much sums up how I think you and I both feel about that movie. So I don't want to spoil that if you haven't seen it already.
Right.
And at this point, why haven't you seen it?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Why haven't you seen? If you like Deadpool, see the second one.
So yeah, I'm definitely excited for Deadpool 3. That announcement made it look amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially getting Hugh Jackman back. Because honestly, I'm having trouble picturing anybody else than him.
Same here. I mean, he's Wolverine. And I just think it'll be fun to see him and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool together. And I want to see
in proper Deadpool.
Yeah, proper Deadpool. Yeah.
Not that X-Men Origin version.
Yeah, not that.
So it's nice to actually say we're looking forward movies again.
Yeah, I agree.
It took a long time because once COVID hit, the theaters basically shut down,
Yeah.
and a lot of them haven't recovered.
For me, I felt like Maverick kicked it back into gear. Like that theater experience and stuff for me was like, man, this is what it's supposed to be like. So
Absolutely.
that's just my opinion, but that's what it felt like. That kind of kicked me back into going, I want to go to the theater some more. I want to see some more big movies in the theater.
I fully agree because some movies you just need that that experience in the theater, seeing it with 100 other people.
Yep. And like you said, what Tom Cruise did for Maverick earlier, you were saying that was smart of him to do that. That's probably also why it's so successful.
Yeah,
Not that it's not just it's a good movie too, but not letting him go, okay, just put it on digital. It's, drawing that line in the sand and saying, no, this needs to be seen in the theater. And
you know,
gosh, it did.
speaking of Tom Cruise,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't even hit on
Oh,
Mission
shoot.
Impossible 7.
I want to see that too. I like all those movies. He can make 100, I'll watch them.
Well, it's starting to sound like 7 and 8 are going to be it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if that's true or not, but
Tom's not getting any younger, and he still likes to do his own stunts. Have you seen the there's a video of Matt Damon when he's talking about how he had dinner with Tom Cruise?
I had dinner with
I know
Tom
the story.
Cruise like years ago after he did that thing out of the building. Yeah, I saw that one and I kind of cornered him and I said, hey, tell me about this. Like, I'm afraid of heights. How did you do this thing? And he goes, I've been dreaming of this shot for 15 years, of this sequence, and finally I had a chance to do it. And I goes, well, so how did it come to pass? And he goes, okay. So I go to the safety guy. I tell him this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to explain the whole gag to him.
Right.
The safety guy says, you can't do that. He goes, that's too dangerous. And I'm like, uh-huh. And he goes, so I get another safety guy. That was it. But I looked at him and I'm like, I'm tapping out because you win. You are the best.
Because he just does this impression of Tom Cruise. And if you haven't seen the video, it's great. And it just shows you how dedicated, though, like, even Matt Damon thinks Tom Cruise is. He's like, Jimmy Christmas, you want to run outside of the building and, do all this. What amazed me too is how he said how he'd been dreaming that up for like years, going, I want to do this. How cool would this be and stuff? So it's good stuff. But I've seen that video multiple times. It'll pop up on something, and I always watch it because I get a kick out of it, just the way he tells it and stuff. So
I agree. That little thing pops up as a reel on Facebook all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
And if you look closely in the last Mission Impossible, Tom broke his ankle on that film when he's running across the building and then jumps to the other one.
Yeah.
You look closely, they kept the original take where he gets up after he broke his foot.
Oh, jeez.
If you look really closely, he is so dedicated. He got up, finished walking past the camera, and then said, I broke my foot.
Dedication to his craft. He loves it.
Tom Cruise really is a proper modern day movie star.
Yeah.
He's, say what you will about him personally, off screen, but if you look at just the work,
the in front of the camera, the stuff he puts into his films, off the charts.
Absolutely. So I don't know how we can top that at this point.
I don't know either. So this was fun though. It was different, but this was fun. It's fun.
It
talking
really was. And with the holiday season, we're going to try a little harder this time to actually get our next episode out by the middle of the month. And hopefully we'll continue that into the new year. So thanks for watching, Luke. Thank you as always. And have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too, Don. Thanks.